What's up, party people? Party people, what's up? We got the loans, my guys. Oh, we got a weird, stinking ghost build. I really don't like Ghost Builder, but I do like the Phantom once he becomes the Hellraiser. So I'll make it work. I just don't like the level 1. Yeah, I don't like getting Ghost level 1. That's my issue, because then I'm like, well, I guess I'll go a Wanderer to later get Soul Villains to help with 10 and 20. I guess I'll get a Ghost, even though I don't really like, or what are they called, Spectres now? Yeah, I guess I'll get a Spectre, even though I'm not really into them. Mercurial's good, but I just like other towers better. But for now, okay, no, we're good. We're good because we're gonna do a truly segmented range here. We got 3 range, 4 range, 4.25, 6, and then we got 8 range eventually. So luckily we right now have a Kiwi to distract them for a moment. Sorry. I might actually. Wow, I think I'm leaking. Sad life right now. That's what I get for Ghost Builder. What should I have done? I should have. I put the Wanderer far forward, and they wouldn't be able to become a soul villains. I just shouldn't have incomed, is what it is. Ghost is level 1, I'm just not gonna income until like until 2 stars, yeah. It's okay, Hellraiser's gonna carry me through. Okay.
But I'm like
It's probably not gonna be okay anyway, because 11 weeks on level 2, that's absolutely horrendous, but if they're noobs, it's gonna be okay, and honestly, they're all noobs except for by Roger. So that's gonna be fun. But damn, 150 wins. How a bunch of, I guess the people that just leave when they leak, that's how you get such bad scores. See, if you don't leave, like me, get a nice 49.61% win rate.
they're supporters of socialism.
Very much a centrist, but I'm listening. A combination. Republican versus Democrat here. It's so exciting. Even though I don't know 90% of what they're talking about.
Like who? Your mom supports socialism or no?
No. Where did I get that?
There's an article that says about your mom supports socialism.
Okay, in Argentina,
Yeah.
in the 60s, when my parents were kids, among the Jewish community, there were lefty socialist Jewish groups. They were sort of like nominally socialist, and they were cultural and etc. And my mom certainly was part of that when she was 12 and 14. But no, my parents aren't socialists.
That doesn't mean anything, because my mom's a communist.
Yeah.
So,
No, I'm just curious of where that came from.
Why are you not a socialist?
I think that the market is a fine way to direct resources in.
David Packman and Patrick Bet David. Guess who's talking? Right now, Packman.
The balance. We must socialize the ownership of these companies, and I'm against that. I don't see a reason for that. I don't see a legal basis, and I don't see a moral basis for it. What I am okay with as a capitalist, right? So, and I know I saw your conversation with my friend Kyle Kalinske, and it seems like you guys were talking past each other a little bit on social democracy or socialism or whatever. I consider myself a social democrat, sort of in the mold of Denmark, etc. Those are capitalist countries that have decided to socialize a couple more things than we socialize in the United States. That's really the difference. And it's capitalism, it's a form of capitalism.
Capitalism is to make the money, socialism is to spend the money.
No, I think that's That's not the direction.
I'm just saying,
No, but it's not fair to interrupt something.
go ahead.
Are you okay socializing in the sense that we have one military run by the government, our taxes paid into it, and it's centralized, and that's military. There aren't a bunch of different, there's not military, and you want to pay taxes there, and that military might have different goals than the military in Texas. That would be crazy, right? We socialize.
Additional supply depots required.
We have federal military. Fair?
Keep going.
Do we have that?
Keep going.
We can't make progress unless we establish
I'm
where
curious to know where, but I'm curious to know where you're going.
Well,
Because you said that's not the argument you're making. So I'm
Play-
curious to know where you're going.
the argument I was going to make was not that we spend too much.
Okay, so I'm curious what you're going to say.
Are you okay with the military being organized the way it is? You pay taxes, and then the military has it centralized. Is that okay? Yeah, I'd like us to have small. Okay, and you're okay with it being run the way it's run. Do you pay taxes? I don't think we're these aren't trick questions.
I'm curious to know where
Let me
you're
give
going.
a different
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Because it's
Are you okay with the FAA being socialized in the sense that the air traffic control is run by the FAA? There aren't all these different air traffic controls where here's a couple airlines that use one, and then here's a couple airlines that use another. We have the FAA, they run ATC, this is what keeps planes from running into each other. Our taxis go into it, it's socialized. Is that okay with you? Socialized means we are distributing the cost among the people and giving centralized control to that end. Is it okay? Okay, so it's really where these conversations go off the rail with allegations of socialism and whatever. You just said you're okay socializing a number of things I mentioned, and there's more, right? We can say, are you okay with like the VA, that's a socialized medicine? I don't know if you're okay with the VA. A whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, maybe yeah.
A couple more, and otherwise everything
I
is.
was trying to sound like Trump right there. Like, how did you listen to that
I
again?
don't know that makes.
Maybe you will, maybe you won't. No. I can't do the Trump impression, but if I could, I would right there, because that's what it's saying. Alright, we're gonna build right here. Dude, you know what? This is kind of a crazy upgrade here, but we're gonna do it. It's gonna be good versus the boss once the soul dies.
Additional supply depots required.
pass it right there.
on socializing a whole bunch of stuff. I don't and otherwise everything's the same. I don't know that that makes me social.
Let me ask you one question. So, out of every dollar you make, what do you comfortable having on? Like,
It depends what I get for that. That gives me an example. My or my daughter's college education were paid for by those taxes. So in a vacuum, it's really hard to answer that question. I mean, yeah, sure.
so, think makes better decisions.
What kind of school? School. What kind of college?
Let's just say if you have the government, but I'll choose schools versus don't pay the government, you take that responsibility.
What do you choose?
That's one. The team is one.
I'm talking about, okay, yeah, so,
No, I didn't know
yeah, but so, to go back to the question.
Insufficient Vespian gas.
Dude, you got so much skills from that. Dude, I'm gonna start doing that. On drafts, pick the shield one. That's so much shields. Look at 1,000 shields, dude. Yeah. Get on it, man. I can survive. Oh my god. Okay, what am I gonna even do? I can't upgrade the apparition. That sucks. So
Additional supply depots
anyway.
required.
Let's get rid of these suckers. I suppose this guy. Here. This tells me to do better. We're gonna go to it. He's one though. Okay, one minute. Big one. Looks good. We got it. Now, the question is about these turd monkeys. Oh, God.
Taxed on, yeah, not taxed on, just taxed. Yeah, and you said it depends on what happens with what I'm paying. So, do you think?
I mean, is that logical? Do you agree with that at least in principle?
I think you have a good brain and a good mind to make better decisions on what to do with your money than the government.
No, but before we go into the specific education,
Yeah.
because I'm trying to find points of agreement here, because I actually don't
Additional
know
supply
about
depots
on the
required.
motivations. Are you of the mindset
Additional
that,
supply
just
depots
hypothetically,
required.
Are you okay paying more in taxes if the taxes include 5?
Guess what? I feel the same way about giving money to the government because they haven't had a track record of like.
No, it sounds like you're saying the opposite.
No.
I have not had
You're right. Good for you that you haven't had that experience because it sucks. But here's the part. Ever lent your car to somebody and it didn't work out for you?
no.
Never happened.
No, I have leases, and I just tell them, listen, I'm the only person who can drive.
Have
I don't
you-
even know if
have
that's
you-
true. I just say, my
Have you
insurance
ever
company-
allowed somebody to borrow anything from you?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yes,
Okay, give me like something, anything.
something like that they broke or something like that.
Whatever you lend somebody.
Oh, I'm trying to remember. People don't really ask me for stuff very often. Like,
This is a serious question here, man. Like the world is relying on you to provide it.
I mean,
Additional
maybe
supply
when I was like
depots
14, I lent
required.
somebody a Discman, and they
Are you a video jack?
No, they were
So what do you do?
like, no, I lent the bike. No, I lent the bike. Okay, so have you ever lent a bike to someone? Yes.
Shattered.
Yeah.
Never had that happen.
No.
Then you're living in a freaking utopia. That's why you don't understand economy.
I have undergraduate.
But I know well, that part, but that's concern as well. I mean,
That probably means I know less.
yeah, well, no, not necessarily. That just means you cope. It's a different story than in one way. That part,
Disagree with you.
but that part.
My question was, as a general principle,
Here's why the answer is no. Oh, guy. The reason why the answer is no, sarcasm. The reason why the answer is no is because if I give somebody, a relative, $1,000, okay, it's the last $1,000 we give. I'm telling you, bro, I'm gonna pay you back $1,500 in 2 years. Yeah, never get it back. Okay. 2 years later, you come back to me. Hey, this time give me 5,000, but I promise you, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna give it back 10 grand. Yeah. Okay, no problem. Here you go. 2 years later, it comes out. Dude, this time I'm asking for 10, but I'm changed. I'm plus the money. I'm gonna fix it. Even the third time, any programs that were given money that there was no accountability for, with it being wasted. Any one of them, include military, include any
He's supposed to have normal damage. He doesn't have normal damage, man. He screwed me on that. It's dirty, man. Screwed me. Stupid. This was nice. Bro, this is the ancestry thing. Fucking human assistance. Need to be incoming. Hades too strong. Oh boy. That's my view. Good thing I've got that. Working in here with that place. Send that back. I could send someone as well. I think it wasn't too bad. I need to do it after this.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas.
Oh, there we go.
Additional supply depots required.
Okay. But I'm going to 17. I'm going to 17 here. There's no upgrades here that let me see. Kind of screwed myself here. So this is a big border here. Oh no, yes. Get this guy. Let's see, I bet this ain't.
Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals.
I didn't upgrade to the magic. It wouldn't have really mattered, but...
Not enough energy.
No! Dang. That's some pain right there, man. I attacked this guy a few times when I shouldn't have. But I don't think that would have made a difference. I leaked 12 so painfully right there. Anytime I have a chance for Hercules, I need to get it for 20, because that's like the only way I beat 20 men. Damn, bro. Man, my heart's beating. That sucks, bro. That just really sucks, bro. Fighting out with a team right now.
Pull it up and I'll tell you right now, any one of them.
But what I don't understand is, what do you mean by there's more?
Can I give an example, please? Because I think what you're trying to say is that you don't know where I'm going with this is an issue. Because so what you're saying is you know exactly what happens with the money when you give it to when you pay taxes.
No, I just don't understand what you're talking about.
You really don't know what I'm talking about.
Let me give you some
Can
examples.
I just give one example and then we can open this up and you guys can have fun doing what you're doing? What I think you are saying is, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And I think what Patrick is alluding to is the fact that we are now at $30 trillion in debt.
Okay.
And the fact that we keep piling on this issue of, like, I get it, we all need military. We need all these social systems. We need a social safety net. We need welfare. We need Medicaid. We need Medicare. I think what his point is like, at what point is enough enough? Now we want to pile more stuff into a storage unit that is already filled to the brim, but we keep piling and piling and piling more. And at what point do you say, stop funding the government this way? Now, it's not a good look for us. But what you said, I think, is like, we're going to have to make some adjustments. And you're saying, let's double down, let's adding something. No, just, I'm like, you want to add more systems? I think you said I want more than 2 minutes, but we can do it on double.
I want to get to just a very specific example of a specific program that you're displeased with.
Buddy, anything.
So you're against all government programs.
I didn't tell you all government programs.
So which ones are you against?
If you give money to programs that you come out and say, hey, you're going to spend $88 million for this. If you want me to pull it up and we can go through expenses and tell you which ones works and which one doesn't, we can do that. But if you constantly come to me for more money, let me just put it to you this way. Yeah. What is it you will company where an individual is in debt $200,000? And it was $100,000. government was an individual, I don't understand why investors think the government have to do that.
That's it's not an outlet.
That's not true. That's not true. Okay. So it's okay for us to keep going into debt. That's okay.
That's not what I'm saying.
So what is the difference?
What's crazy about this is I'm not advocating right? Great job with blowing up the deficit. The deficit, we still have a positive deficit. It's slightly lower than they were.
Republican or Democrat. I'm telling you, I'm not supporting the theory.
Presidents generally
But first make the argument on how different it is. On the personal household, that is okay for the government to increase its debt, but not on the personal side.
it's
Or the
not
government
okay. It's not the same. What I'm struggling with you at some point at the end of the day don't have any and you have to declare bankruptcy or you have all things that you know. With a country, of course, if the economic growth becomes decoupled from the growth in the national debt, that is a problem we see within that country. But in the United States, and again, I'm not talking about the deficit, but I think we have to appreciate that. If that national debt grows more or less in parallel with the growth in the economy, and it continues to do that, you don't get to that day where you're now being in a crisis and increase that. That doesn't mean, let me say this one more time. I'm not saying that debt doesn't matter. There are people who say it does.
Hello. Well, you're not using the washing time soon, right? So why are you all up on me for it? I'm probably wrong. I'm probably wrong about that. I regret it. I regret it after saying that. This is just how it is in here. I have to usually turn the fan on. I had it on earlier. It's just always crazy warm in here. I'm sweating all the time. It's when you have the heater on for a long time. That's what it is. It's not at night. It just tends to not be at night. I only need two. I pretty much have only been using one. It's very exciting. Thrilling. No, thank you. My work is closed. I'm all caught up on work class. I already did it. Yep. I just spent some time looking into the personal trainer certification. Teach autistic kids tennis. Teach autistic kids tennis, that's your suggestion. It's a possibility, sure, but it seems really obscure and like not a huge market for it. Ah, he's not doing that great. I think so, but I'm not really. No, I don't know that. If you can get a little better at it, I'll play you. Get to at least 800 rating in Rapid, and then I'll play you. Rapid's not that fast. Rapid, you can do 60-minute games on Rapid. I just spent a bunch of time cleaning up my room. What are you talking about, Mom? You're way off the reservation. Seems like your full-time job is just micromanaging me. You happen to be. There is no wash situation. Yeah, but you're not gonna do your wash because you're saying your wash should be done today. There's no rush to finish it. Right, and you disagreed with me. Right, but you disagreed with me. No, I don't feel that way. It's not something to hang on to. No, I don't agree with that logic. I'm not going to stop playing until this game's done. But even then, I think I'll wait till the night to run it. I think I thought it out more. I think I was wrong. I think literally it's better at night. No, I'm not gonna stay up later to specifically run that. Can we be done just bickering back and forth? It's not a fun sport. I'm not happy with this. God, this is especially bad. Oh. Leaking like a dang animal here on 5. 5 is not one that after leaking it's easy to come back from it. So that's fun, dude. That's fun. I hope I got 100 viewers for that extravaganza.
Not enough minerals. Insufficient Vespine gas.
So if I don't this level, God, hold up, please.
Additional supply depots required.
With this sweet half-breed fellow. And it's terrible for this level because it's gonna make them lap around, but Yeah, the whole half-breed situation. It's like you can go a half-breed to kill 20, but then destroy that line.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas.
Bro, kill this infestor, dude. Oh my gosh, can't even focus.
Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required. Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas.
This guy might do it for me. That's his shield. There you go.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
HP on that little turkey. Man, I got them really low. Quite low. I think. This carried me last time. Let's see if we can do it again. So weak, dude. I hate this game cone. This game cone is sausage, man. See if this distracts them somehow. I don't know, man.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Piercing. Piercing.
Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required.
So what is a sign when institution keeps increasing its debt?
Not enough minerals.
So if
Not
I keep
enough
getting
minerals.
fat, is it because I'm a big bone person? Or is it because I may have backed out of habits of self-improvement?
I guess
Oh, you didn't call. I forgot.
You personally, I guess I'd have to ask your doctor. I don't know.
If you're a small bone guy, you don't seem like you were big when you were small. Have you ever been 200 pounds? No. Okay. So if you all of a sudden next time
Insufficient
you become
Vespine
250
gas.
pounds,
You
should
should
I
be
be
worried
concerned?
about me. You should be concerned.
So can you accidentally become 250 pounds?
Accidentally, a number of accidents.
As a friend, when somebody is should I opt out and say, actually, okay, so if you come to me and I'm smelling bad, I'm not shaving, I look
Don't have
like
the
crap,
cologne and
I
the-
have nothing. It's not but no, it's not.
Okay, that's
Maybe in 20 years.
But are you, and I worry that, I don't know if you think I'm talking in bad faith, or if you maybe don't understand my political views, but I think differences that are actually much more subtle than you think they are programs that are not economically stimulating, if there are programs that are being used for fraudulent reasons or whatever the case, I'm going to be right there with you saying we need to do something about this. The things I'm looking at when they are done in other business environments, but they're just saying, hey, we have enough riches here that this capitalist system has created, which I'm in favor of, where we can do a couple more things.
And
That's all I'm saying.
what I'm saying is,
You don't want yeah, work.
You don't have to look funny.
art and show.
It's not fun, is it?
I'm using something.
This stuff, well, I still have enough
But
towers.
if I say what I say,
Stuff's gonna die so fast. Kingsguard.
Say, what do you mean?
Nice, like, I give it 3 seconds. That's some damage.
How do we do that? We can't do that. We have that. We can't afford it right now.
One of the things about a lot of these issues is, first of all, they're way bigger than any conversation. Just this if you look historically, countries don't cut their No, that's not what he's saying. What I'm saying is, over the long term, if the government spending is economically stimulating, it will help to grow the economy. It's fundamental demand side economics. So, like, as an example, there are certain government programs that are highly. These cigars, by the way, I just noticed this one. If countries spend money on, I don't know. You seem to be looking something up. I don't know.
I'm listening to you. So I am listening to you. Go ahead.
If countries spend money on economic stimulus,
Yes.
I'm just going to list food stamps and what is happening? Are those gummies? Man, this is
healthy.
I know.
I don't want to be
Food stamps have a high economic multiplier. And ways that is not so. I think we should have some kind of minimum and we actually we haven't insanely expensive. Sometimes they don't pay their bills, and that leads to everybody who does have health insurance is just absorbing that cost. It would just be cheaper if we provided everybody some basic level of care. There are states that have done it. I think that's just a basic thing. And secondly, I would like to socialize some aspect of paid family leave, parental and maternal. Not hugely expensive. It's economic stimulative in the sense that when other countries have done it, they find that productivity ends up being higher when parents return to work, and it's been widely studied. These are just like two things. We're already paying for most of them either due to productivity losses or through the help that we pay for towards where people who don't pay those dividends. It can be done in less than 8 blanket composed. Listen,
I'm not, by the way, I'm not going. This has nothing to do with that.
yeah, no,
But what percent are you willing to?
a high cash crop. High crop that
But no squad TDs. Alright. I really want to try the watch tech relays. Like 100 pop of that, 50 pop of Krogoths, and 50 pop of Neo tanks. Would be interesting. Yeah. So I need the perfect draft to accomplish that. Dang, I look so fat at these angles, bro. I'm not that fat, dude. Damn. I heard the news today, oh my heart.
The human Covenant war went so poorly for humanity that happening upon a Covenant ship was usually a death sentence. In fact, there's only a handful of naval battles that the unit has seen won. One of those battles was won by Captain Keyes. Let's go over what would later be dubbed the Keyes Loop. On July 17th, 2552, above Sigma Octanus 4, the Iroquois was alerted to the presence of a Covenant battle group consisting of one carrier, one destroyer, and 2 frigates. Keyes set his ship on a collision course with the destroyer and launched a nuke in the opposite direction. The frigates fired homing missiles at Keyes. He dodged them, and in the last second before collision with the destroyer, he corrected course and grazed the destroyer. The 2 homing missiles looped around and struck the destroyer as well. Keyes then destroyed it with a missile barrage. Using his momentum, Keyes executed a slingshot maneuver around Sigma Octanus 4, and while on the other side, it detonated the nuke, stripping away the Covenant's shields. Once in range, he fired his MAC rounds to destroy the frigates, and the carrier, after seeing that one human ship destroyed its escorts, fled to fight.
Can we get it? We got watch tech. Got cyborg. No Neo tank. Oh man, dude. We're so close, bitches. Okay, so dang, dude. Agree. Yeah. Imagine being so upset at Burlington. Kiss the wings, dude. Yeah. This kid really gets funny. He's like, Jake, No artist descriptions. Jabber Master. Not who you are.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Additional supply depots required.
Van Blue from all games. This guy, he's like, SS. I mean, it's so stupid. I'm not even gonna say it. It's so funny. And he doesn't SS, but he's yelling at us to SS. Alright, man, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna put it. Oh, I want to play him again. I want to play against this group so bad. No, I'll keep going for that. Dude, I'm gonna post him on, dude. I'll post him on and let him stay, and then I'm gonna kick him right before the game starts. Let's see if I can get a couple in there. I think the guy was trolling, by the way. Like, he was trolling in the fact that he was just lying about everything or whatever.
You
Right.
can. It just might not be useful.
But meaning it's not the same thing. You can't do that financially, all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So you see the Lincoln thing that, a story pops up where, back in 1861, this guy goes up and says, hey, U.S., we kind of need some money.
Listen,
This war was so expensive for us, we're going to have to tax everybody 6%. But I promise you, when we pay it off, we'll stop taxes. Do you know what happened?
Well,
After they paid it off?
the taxes did end.
No, it ended.
No, they did end.
Let me read it.
Are you
Can you
talking
pull
about
this
the
up?
3% or the 6%?
No, so watch this here.
Okay.
On August 5th, 1861, Lincoln imposed the first federal income tax by signing the Revenue Act Strap for cash, which the government is kind of like, they don't have cash, they're in debt. Yeah, so they need cash just like a corporation or a family. We don't have cash, so we need some debt.
Yep.
With which to pursue the Civil War, Lincoln and Congress agreed to impose a 3% tax on annual incomes over $800. As early as 1861, Lincoln had began to take stock of the federal government's ability to wage war against the South. He sent letters to cabinet members Edward Bates, Gideon Wells, and Salmon Chase requesting their opinions as to whether or not the president had the constitutional authority to collect duties. According to documents housed and interpreted by Library of Congress, Lincoln was particularly concerned about maintaining federal authority over collecting revenue from ports along the southeastern seaboard, which he worried might fall under the control of Confederacy. The Revenue Act language, Okay. According to the U.S. Treasury Department, the comparable minimum tax income in 2003, after adjustment for inflation, would have been around $16,000. Congress repealed Lincoln's tax law in 1871, which means there was no more taxes. But it came back up, obviously, in 1909. So, this is an example of a story where we need some money. Let's go to the people. The people say, listen, here's some money, but I hope this stops. It's going to stop. So the moment we allow the government power too much, everything's different. Okay. And for me, my only argument is, if I have to choose to give you $1 million, it's going to sound crazy, guy. I hope this doesn't get your head too big and get too confident here. Please. If I give you $1 million, or if I give $1 million to the government, I'm willing to bet you're probably going to create, a better climate with $1 million than the government would. And if I have the choice to give $1 million or $1 billion to create jobs on what they can as a source of investment versus giving that money to the government, if there was a flight school, I don't know what your flight score is, but you know the range.
Very high.
Okay,
Extremely high.
400 way too much, give or take. That's not enough. If we have to give a flight school to the U.S. government, what do you call?
Give me the polling on that. No, listen. Yeah, I mean, what you're saying is super interesting.
Do you know the point I'm making now?
Yeah,
Because I want to be clear.
No, it's a clear point. And here's one of the things that I think I'm guessing we would probably agree on, which is when you think about the way that we organize society, this isn't politics. This is just like sociology, philosophy, kind of like reality. Once you get a group of people bigger than about 150 people, okay? If you want that to be run in some way that works, what we might define as works, you have to start introducing some level of centralization. That doesn't mean with 150 people you need the tax system and everything that we have right now. It's just kind of like a reality of organizing society. That as society is growing to 150 people, and think about it, 130 million people now in the U.S., 8 million the idea that you have, I'll just pick some people to give $1 million to instead of the government. That doesn't work. Some things have to be sacrificed.
The point I'm trying to make.
But the idea is an interesting one.
No, but
It's not. Okay.
No, it isn't interesting. The point I'm trying to make to you is that's how the U.S. government was run.
Yeah.
The country you and I are living in,
Yes.
it was ran that way. Guys, we don't have money. We go to the people. I promise you, once we pay this off, we're going to stop taxing.
Yeah.
And we accepted it, no taxation. So we're like totally fine with this. We're getting with this. And then now it's pure abuse. We don't have a choice now like we did back then. It was ran like a company. It was ran like a family, having their finances in order. Today, America's FICO score is in the 400s. You know in the 400s what you should be able to finance? Nothing.
I don't know, 60% down, 30%.
Oh, at 400 easily, it should be 100% down.
But so what do you want? So you said you were with me on that low 30s for tax.
I have.
Okay, yeah. So really, it sounds like the issue is more.
I would want a flat tax, and what I'm saying, I would want a flat tax, meaning I'd like to go somewhere between 10 to 15 to 33, and a time to go to 30.
That's not flat, is it?
I get that, but what I'm saying is, if America, like right now, we need to pay off debt, guess what?
Yeah.
You should tax me 33.
Okay.
But let's gradually pay some of the stuff off. I would like for them to say, we're gonna go off a budget of 25% or 20%. The 13%, every year we're gonna pay off the debt. Okay? But here's a problem.
Yes.
You know why that never happened?
Well, there's a lot of reasons. I mean, I don't know.
I'll give you my reason
Because
why.
congressmen, people will never win on that
They'll never
type
get
of
reelected. So
agenda.
If,
Never.
if we have no term limits, these guys are gonna play whatever games to.
You're for term limits. Oh, me too.
Oh, you chip. Yeah,
Guys, we just found some common ground. David
No.
Packard had term limits.
my challenge
Now, when it comes to like social safety net, right? Can I tell you my view on this stuff? Right? I moved to the U.S. as an immigrant. Okay. I had the benefit. If my parents had to pay for my initial schooling, like if they had to pay out of pocket for elementary school or whatever the case may be, my mom wasn't working at the time, my dad was just starting a job where he didn't make a lot of money. They couldn't have afforded if that public school said, we're going to charge you, right? So I immediately got the benefit of that. Follow along, right? I got the benefit of police protection and then eventually all these different things, contracts. So when I started my show, intellectual property. So the way I see it is, I've been extraordinarily fortunate to be able to build my business and get to where I am, thanks to a whole bunch of things that everybody paid for through taxes. So my view now is, I'm also okay. Like I recognize, I've got these great employees. Many of them had public school educations, and they have certain protections when it comes to safety in the world.
You should be able to do all that with no more than 30%.
Well, I'm not even getting to the but so I feel it's almost like a patriotic thing. If taxes are properly set and we spend our money, I think now my success, which only exists it should go to help others.
That's my opinion. Okay. Say why I think so. Because, okay.
Have I ever had a job?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
No, you don't have a job right now. You're a business owner. Have you had a job?
Oh, yeah.
Working for a corporation?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you there for 5 years? Did you work for a company for 5 years?
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of funny, but I worked for the now defunct retailer Circuit City for 5 years.
Really?
Yeah, selling extended service.
They pay very well, but I don't know when you worked.
In the
you were
commission
paying very
era,
well in the commission.
I got laid off when they went from commission to hourly.
Yeah.
The people who were making too many commissions,
Yeah.
they didn't want to pay us hourly. They laid us off.
Check this out. Okay, so let me see if what year was it you were working at Circuit City?
It ended in 2003, so it would have
That's
been like
the era.
Yeah.
By the way, can you tell everybody how much a good salesperson at Circuit City?
Insufficient
Well,
If you
Thespian
remember, because
gas.
I had
I'm
Insufficient
willing to say this, I
Thespian
worked
gas.
part-time because I was like starting college,
check this out.
30 hours a week,
Yeah.
and I was making $75,000.
That's insane at Circuit City. Okay.
They realized it was insane. And they're like, we're not paying these
But
people.
that's bullshit though. That's bullshit though, because that's why they went out of business.
Right. Oh,
The
absolutely.
model was working.
Yes.
You guys were doing your
Best Buy
part.
came up,
Dude,
and then Best Buy's
do
paying
you-
$7 an hour.
But
How are you thinking?
you're about to validate my point. So
Oh.
check this out. This is a
Uh-oh.
perfect example here. The perfect example is here. So for me, you know how you go to a funeral and everybody's mourning, and maybe you don't know the person, but you're going because it's somebody you don't have a role like it's in-law or somebody like that. But just the pain on everybody's face, you feel it, right? So for me, when I hear a company going out of business, it breaks my heart, especially a company that's been on for a long time. Yep. Because to start a company is very, very hard to start a company. You make it last 5 years, super hard, 10, 20, 30 years, and it creates hundreds if not thousands of jobs. Not easy. Somebody in a group has to sacrifice a lot, right? Okay, so what you're saying is the model. Hear me out. Okay. So the people who started Circuit City, okay, those who started Circuit City, those who paved the way before you, and they came and they crushed it, and now there's new management, and now because the people before you paved the way, you should accept lower salary to give back to the people that paved the way before. But it's not the people
This guy's
before
pretty
that paved
funny,
the way.
dude. I think he's
It's the people
joking.
today
I
that
mean,
are
dude,
running.
who knows with these people, but it seems so ridiculous.
Circuit City. You're actually not giving back to the people that paved the way. You're giving it to the idiots that are running Circuit City today. That's what's going on in America today. Meaning, you and I love America. I lived in Iran 10 years. I lived in Germany 4 years. I was in the military. And I come from a family politically on complete opposite sides, but I love this country. An amazing country. My responsibility on how I can contribute to society isn't taxes. It's jobs. It's, when I pay my taxes, I pay a lot of taxes. A lot of taxes. Last year was a lot of taxes. I've been paying a lot of taxes, period. So, but for me, when I pay the taxes and I ask, where did that thing go to? Okay, what happened with that? What did they do with that? If they're doing such a great job with it, why does the debt keep going higher? Why are we not seeing any kind of return? Things are still same thing. Both of them are now asking to raise more money. Oh, it's only the left, the Democrats that just want to go. No, that's not. It's both of these sides who are part of the same camp. Another 1.9 trillion, another 2 trillion, another 2.7 trillion. I'm not for it.
Okay.
So all I'm saying to you is the same way the Circuit City folks ruined the great job you had making 75 grand, you're working 30 hours a week. Yep. They came to new management, decided to change the compensation structure that was working. That's the perfect example of how Circuit City went out of business. Same thing that a lot of politicians are doing today.
Yeah, it doesn't seem at all analogous, but I love talking about selling extended service plans, so we can stay on Circuit City if you want. But in all seriousness,
It doesn't seem analogous.
it doesn't really seem
Oh, really? So let me ask you a question. Why did Circuit City go out of business?
well, let's see. I'm thinking back now. They went out of business because
I
when they switched
screwed up.
people from commission to hourly, they got rid of the people that were doing really well. They didn't want to pay us the hour more.
Wow, so they got rid of the entrepreneurs. They got rid of the... No,
Yeah,
so
man.
it's not analogous at all. They got rid of the people that are self-motivated people. Got it. So that is actually the perfect example.
Yeah, I'm not expecting to leak that. I wouldn't have built a Zeus if I thought there was a chance I'd leak that. I would have built more Seraphim.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Additional supply depots required. Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas. Additional supply depots required.
I swear I can just get the freaking supply now. Behind on the crates. It's cool. I think can we do some admiral action? Let's go. See this one.
because they changed the comp plan. They increased taxes for the people that were working. That's not at all analogous.
Are they
The $75,000 people make $75,000 again after they changed the comp? No, they did not.
at a different job?
Not at Circuit City.
Not at Circuit City.
You're laughing because you see the point. You're laughing with different points. But then you got a new job in Circuit City. But the point is, this is why people leave in California.
I was just gonna say, isn't that exactly now? People get the hell out of New York and California
That's
instead
called
of high tax states to come to low tax states.
So, I mean, we can talk about high and low tax states. The effective tax rate, especially if you own cars and homes in a lot of places, ends up being very close.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get off of Circuit City.
No, I don't want to get off of Circuit City. Stay on this point because that is the point, though. David, that's the point.
But I'm trying to have a different conversation.
I'm sure you are. I'm trying to
But
stay
not
on
because
this
it's a more advantageous conversation.
because you're saying it's not analogous.
What I just want to know from you is, I get it with the company. Circuit City deserved to go out of business, and it was allowed to go out of business, and that was a win because they made a terrible business decision. I'm completely with you. What I'm asking you is, on a human level, in a country as rich as the United States, 330 million people, all these different things. I'm not saying no one is rich. I'm not saying that's I'm just saying for imperative sure that there's no company kids. I don't know that you don't have to go to APR on a problem. Isn't that
Stay on this issue. Don't digress. Stay on this issue. By the way, just out of curiosity, who's your guy? Who do you look up to? What comedian guy, your style, do you look up to? I just wrote a name down because you remind me of it. You sure? You don't have heroes? You don't have comedians you like?
No.
Hey, man, you got someone you like.
I'm just.
This guy doesn't lend money to people. He doesn't lend people their cars. Like he doesn't have anybody.
You don't have
that
a celebrity,
You didn't
a
have
comedian, a politician.
You didn't have anybody you watch like a Bill Maher, guys like that you say, I like this guy.
Like, I'm a big Bill Maher guy. I love Chappelle.
No, none of
I mean, I casually would watch Bill Maher, but I mean.
Are you a Jon Stewart guy or are you a,
I would watch Jon Stewart a little bit.
So let's go back to Circuit City.
Okay.
Forget I digress. That's
wanna
my
know-
fault.
I wanna
Go
know
back
who
to
your
Circuit
name
City.
It was my technique for selling the service plan. Do you want to know that? No.
You're staying on Circuit City?
He's digressed. Listen,
But we can stay on Circuit.
but do you know why I'm staying on this topic?
No.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
This is a metaphor. I promise. So what happens? This is what typically happens. A guy sits there. This is 2003. You said that's what 2017. Holy shit! You're making 75 at 18.
Yeah.
Okay, so check this out.
I got in this. You want to really know my story?
That's why I love Circuit City stories.
I was audited because it wasn't plausible that I was making that much. And so a guy showed up, an investigator with a recorder, and they're like, so. My mom sat with me. I was like, Mom, I don't know what's
But
going
check
on.
this out, dude. I know a lot about the Circuit City folks. Yeah, recruit a lot of the Circuit City folks. After that happened, the shows industry.
I remember that happened.
But this
They
is why.
tried to do something.
Well, here's the part though, because you guys were sick. Circuit City sales training was awesome. Same was Valley Total Fitness. By the way, I'm a Bally's guy. Okay, so Circuit City is sitting there and they're saying, "Who the hell is this Packard guy who makes 75 grand and working 30 hours a week? He's 18, right? He shouldn't get paid that.
Correct.
We should only pay him $6 an hour.
Yes.
There's no way this guy is overpaid. Some idiot at the time said what? Okay. So they came up with this idea that let's find these guys that have charm, they're this one sarcastic, witty, people like they're selling. Awesome. Here's the big thing. They flipped it on. Yep. That happened to me. When I was at your age, when I was 21, I just got out of military. So people at Bally's at one point were making 180, 200 grand a year. In the 80s, in the 90s, salespeople. By the way, Circuit City was paying 180, 200 a year to salespeople. Circuit City was killing it.
It was like
right?
one guy.
Well, one guy perfectly.
No. There was no one in our school.
Well, maybe not yours still, but there's a lot of guys that were making money on Circuit City. If you're 30 years old making 75, there were plenty of guys that were making money. 18 years old making 75. A lot of people were making money on Circuit City. So here's the guy changes the comment. Okay. You get fired.
Additional supply depots required.
Then a lot of other people leave.
Well, anybody making under 10 an hour in commissions goes to that episode. So they got rid of it. Anybody making over 20
Additional
an hour,
supply
two
depots
people in our store,
required.
I was one of them, they got rid of us. So they only kept those 10 to 20.
So they kept the
doesn't
most
work.
average
That's why
people. They
socialism
just kept
doesn't work.
average
No,
people.
socialism would
That's
have
why
been keeping the under 10.
socialism doesn't work. Oh, now you want to flip it, don't you? You're shrewd. It's like, no, actually it's not. Socialism is social average.
This is a great conversation about things.
They're 100%
But I
connected.
love the conversation.
They're 100% connected, is what they are. They're 100% connected. Because it's like saying, if you tax people less, hey, wait a minute. Elon's making too much money. These billionaires are getting too rich. These millionaires are getting too rich. This is not good. We need wealth tax. We need this. We need that. No way we should be doing this. Hey, you know, when Elon's saying something in whatever it was in California, the mayor responded back and says, okay, noted. Clone. I don't know if you remember this. Now, you remember when the mayor or the
It
councilman
was in San
responded?
Francisco,
Yeah.
Silicon Valley. We should do away with them. He's like, all right, got
We
it.
should do away with Tesla and they're this and Elon is this.
Like,
and
got
he just
it.
tweets back and
Yeah.
says, noted.
Noted.
Moves to us. Right. Guess what? Austin got a lot of different boys got a lot of great talent. Texas got a lot of talent. I'm sitting here.
So, first of all, come on. Yeah, okay. But are you an Elon fanboy?
Not as much as you're a Joe Biden fanboy.
No,
because
no,
then you're
well,
a diehard Biden
I
guy.
would be interested actually.
If I would have known, I
I'm
would
not
have
a-
got
I'm
you
not a
Biden. Sure.
diehard Biden.
Oh, it's obvious. You love. Seriously?
No,
know what's
now
why
are
is
we
it
being
on
serious now?
our your podcast said? Why do you have a painting of Biden in the back?
Oh, okay, so all right.
Okay, go ahead.
What is your? Because I was a relatively early Tesla investor, and I still drive a Tesla. I think it's going to be my last one. I've sold the shares. Where are you on Elon? Because a couple people wrote to me. They're like, "Oh, Patrick's a fanboy
on
of Elon."
or on Tesla?
Either.
Okay, so
And are you a not Elon Musk fanboy?
I have no emotional thought whatever about Elon. Oh, so here's my thought. When I got the Tesla shares in 2015, I thought electric's coming, early range charging network are the things that matter. This is gonna set them up. It's gonna be crazy. So I bought the shares. Eventually, I got one of the cars. This is fantastic.
when'd you buy shares?
When 2016, February 2016. I think. So I get the car, I'm like, unbelievable range, fantastic, charging network, all this stuff. Everything's rattling. There's things that are held together. It seems to be like paper. But that's okay. I get it. They haven't been building cars very long. It's gonna improve. It's gonna improve. Got the second Tesla. Better build quality. Still, it's the same issue 4 times down every time. It's literally something that has to be ratcheted. Has to be taken apart. Now, the other companies that, let's be honest, Audi builds better cars than Tesla. They've been doing it for 100 years.
Yeah.
They don't rattle, etc. They're losing the charging network advantage slowly, partially thanks to the Inflation Reduction Act and the high-speed.
Here we go. Spokesperson for Biden.
They're against all of them.
Can I? Why are you such a bully? Let me answer, man. One, I've never owned a Tesla.
Okay.
2, I don't own Tesla stock. I've never owned Tesla stock. Okay, because I thought it was always overpriced. Okay. But here's what I will tell you.
Please.
As a jock, I'm a fan of the jock. We're fanboys who thought that just because it's him, it's going to kill it. It's down 85%. By the way, but the point is, it's at the right number right now. It's around the number. It should be, give or take. Maybe it's still not at the number it needs to be.
Yep.
But long, if it's a long investment, I think it's a good long investment. I think a lot of people got killed last year. By the way, a lot of people made,
money last year as well. Citadel can't Griffin made 16 billion last year. You don't make 16 billion during a flat economy or even slightly down. You make it because you were shorting certain stocks. And some of the famous stocks you short last year, 10.
Not my guy.
Well, you literally think on paper, you're a fanboy.
I'm out of the stock, and I'm getting out of the stock.
Tech speculation.
So I just thought,
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. I've never been a fan of the product. I've never been one that has gone. By the way, one of my best friends, every time, he named his son Elon. Well, that's qualified. Okay, he always stop. I'm not. Just so you know, when you leave this place, you best say thank you to Elon. Okay, you owe him a thanks. Okay, a big thank you. Have you enjoyed the session we've had today?
yeah.
Is this a good day for you?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't know that. I think we talk past each other a lot,
Okay.
and things that are not actually disagreements were zoomed in on, and I think we would actually get along on 80% of stuff if the conversation was not for television, potentially.
Did you watch Kyle's show when Kyle and I were together?
I watched some of it.
Okay, you know how much fun I have with Kyle?
No.
It's the same way I had a lot of fun with
I have no idea how much.
By the way, if you told me you are willing to come back next month, you're on next month. I enjoyed this also. You don't.
I'm gonna need a therapist. I
actually think they like you a lot as well.
Okay.
Trust me. And here's why with our audience. The reason with our audience is because we like people like that to come. We don't want, by the way, you know what's going to be on Thursday? Are you ready for this one?
I don't know.
Like the complete opposite of
Let me guess. It's gonna be Ben Shapiro. Is it?
Worse. James O'Keefe is going to be on Thursdays from Veritas. Project Veritas.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so he's going to be on. But I'm sure you guys would like to have lunch together, have a good time together.
I'll still be here.
Yeah.
I'll swing by.
So, each other. He's running Twitter right now.
Talking about? We tweeted each other last year.
I know we did. But, you know, again, from
What does that have to do with Elon?
it's a connection we have through Twitter that he's running now.
He's
There's
the
a
CEO
form
of
of
Twitter. A
connection.
year ago, it had
It
nothing to
doesn't
do with
matter, man. I'm giving this guy
Okay.
credit because
See,
you and I.
It's
That's a bad
fanboy
boy.
to find a reason to thank Elon for something.
I'm
from a
looking.
year.
Listen, I have a
Let's do a
thankful
poll right
attitude.
now.
I'd like to find reasons to be thankful
That's
for
fair.
people.
Rob, do a poll
Guy.
right now. Who is a bigger Elon Musk
Dude,
fanboy?
there
David
is
Pakman
no way.
Or Patrick
But
Benzian?
if you want to say like in an area that I believe in what he's gonna do as a jockey,
Okay.
yeah, I believe in him as a jockey. So if I'm gonna long anything, I'm gonna long what he's gonna do. Invest.
By the way, I really appreciate the metaphor you're using right now of the horse versus the jockey. The horse is just
That's an accident.
guys, we are finding common ground here.
No, the other analogy, Circuit City, you didn't believe in.
The Circuit City did have a little
Analogous.
I think only at the Russell Super.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Oh, come on. That's like
there was
you
something
dropped like it's as if I wanted to say it, but you said it. They got rid of the top guys and the bottom guys to make the middle guys happy. That's socialism. It's so.
They do.
He's sun on your
Socialism
face.
does something for the
And
bottom.
an
It's
hour and a half
fundamentally
later,
socialist.
saying he's not a socialist, folks. He's defending socialism. Okay. So
the reality is Circuit City did shut
you know
down.
what would
They
be a
did
cool
close.
shirt? Here would be a cool shirt. Here's what would be a cool shirt.
Wait for it.
Can you pull up this book called First Rate Madness? Pull up the book, the cover. I have an idea. I have an idea for a friend here.
I've got a book that I'm working on, so maybe I could take this and this will be the cover. Let's see.
I don't know if you want to use this cover, but it's so pull
Additional
up,
supply
see that
depots
cover right there,
required.
First Rate Madness. Yeah. Part of it is Kennedy. Okay.
Yeah.
Part of it is LinkedIn.
Yep.
The other one is I don't know who the bottom left one is. Could be Jackson because they talk about him a lot.
That's Sinatra?
Sarcastic.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
Okay. No, I think we should get a picture like that made, and I'll tweet it out today just because I like you. I think it should be half the face should be Biden, the other quarter should be Bernie, and the last quarter should be Elon Musk as a fan. And I'm create. Can you follow? Can you tell her?
can't teach that. You either have it or you don't have it. You don't have it.
Shit.
You really are very.
Pull up a picture of John Stewart. The way you did, there is sort of an
I
uncanny.
get a
No, when he was young, he was way hard.
Oh.
No, when he was young, he was way hard.
Oh, look at
Dave,
that.
I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah, there you go.
You're of a blonder version of him.
He has
There's
way,
a little
he's way
bit.
better hair, I think. But,
You got good hair too.
Okay, last we got 8 minutes here.
wait, but so you're not. That
Joseph
sounds like
Gordon-Levitt.
it could be a Jewish last name.
Assyrian. So Assyrian
Ben.
Bet. Like
Ben.
Bentan is house. Bent David. Got it.
Ben is son of.
Yes. I speak Aramaic as well.
Really?
Yeah.
You're way more of a young John Stewart. Nico supported him.
Hard to believe. So, for example, when I watch Passion of the Christ,
Yeah.
I actually can understand what they're saying.
Ah.
Literally.
I didn't watch it, and even if I watched it, I assure you I would not have understood.
Yeah. Okay, so last time. You think it's time. Okay, so sometimes the same loyalty. I'm about loyalty, but so okay, give us your thoughts.
I do think so. I think Trump is furious. There have been reports for 6-7 months that DeSantis should have said, I would consider it if Trump doesn't run. And DeSantis has not said that. And you're supposed to say that. That's the loyalty test. I do. So selfishly in two ways, I hope it's an absolute disaster. One, I think it'll make it less likely either of them win if they have a year during which they're just going crazy at each other. And number two, I think it would be hilarious because, honestly, either one could end up on top. I know that there's this idea among some of my colleagues that DeSantis is similar to Trump, but smarter, better spoken, less gaffe prone, all these things. Trump is really good with nicknames and the big... I do not understand of Trump. White, ugly, this sort of stuff. It could get ugly, and it's not clear DeSantis will get the best of it.
Yeah, I don't like this. Okay, so here's a question. You're on the inside strategy team for Trump. You're on the inside strategy team for DeSantis. Yeah. What are you talking about? I know, but I know you're gonna say Trump's not gonna do anything you say anyway. But what are you saying? What would you say is the strategy for if you're like, hey, to win, we gotta do X, Y, Z? What would you say?
I think I am terrible on political strategy, but one of the, if I had been advising Trump, I would have said, don't announce in November, 5 days after a midterm election. I would not have done that. If
Not enough minerals.
Yep. No. Okay. Takes more power too. No, I'll just run it twice, it's fine. I did less than last time, it's gonna be fine with 2 runs, I think. Cool.
I can't build here.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Unacceptable, Command. We are at maximum supply.
Continue to allow Trump to get this low energy rally in South Carolina. Nobody went. He was sweating and he was bright orange. It was just horrible. Keep letting Trump do this stuff where he just looks silly. And then when you finally do announce, really think about it and do it in a way where you actually launch a formidable campaign. Instead of jumping in now and getting involved in this stuff, I wouldn't do it.
Very interesting feedback. Okay. Question, do you have a book you're promoting? To anything you're promoting?
It's being written still, so I don't have it to promote.
So what would you like us to drive to? Your YouTube channel or
I would
Twitter?
love it if people, Twitter, oh God, no. I would love it if people went to my YouTube channel and subscribed. That would
Can
be
we put the link in, chat, description, all of it? And David, you have to know, I can't wait to have you the next time around.
I can't wait to
have
be
that
back.
kind of conversation, because I think the next one's going to be better than this one, because now we kind of have an idea.
Now we know that
Is there another David?
Yeah. I know there.
Well, we must take him down.
Did you think he was going up?
No,
God,
he's joking.
okay.
No, it's
Exactly. I've been invited to
No.
Bitcoin conferences, and I'm like, I know you're looking at it. I should accept this.
You should have accepted it. Go on stage and say, let me tell you about your fanboy Elon Musk who just called everybody up.
I told Pat, I don't know if you're joking right now, but we're going to spend 2 hours talking about politics, Trump, socialism, Bernie, Biden.
Yeah.
And I was proven correct. Yes, sir. By the way, shout out to Circuit City for making you the man for it today.
Thank you. Yeah. No, in all seriousness, I talked with my Circuit City colleagues.
Unacceptable command. We are
At
at
age
maximum
60, when I
supply.
started 50, into a situation where people would come in, all sorts of different types of people. I immediately have to build rapport. I immediately have to figure out how to build a relationship, get them to trust me, etc. How to talk, think on my feet. It was invaluable, even in what I'm doing today. It was just an unbelievable thing, and it ended, sadly, with, as we know, they fired from top team.
Well, gang, if you enjoyed today's podcast and you want us to bring our buddy here, whatever. You win, you got the argument, we just had a conversation together.
We're all winners.
Have a great day, everybody. We'll do this again on Thursday. You're all winners, like he said. All winners. Whether you're at the bottom, the top, or the middle, you're all winners. Take care. Bye-bye.
Everyone gets a trophy.
Exactly.
How you derive it, how you use it, and so forth. And then usually in the final exam, I would basically take all the equations that I've used before and I flip it around. I basically, instead of thinking about energy is equal to mass equals energy, and I ask the question in a different way than what happens to you. So it takes a while to get that. So in the end, this is actually the source of all the energy. That energy that we're talking about is kinetic energy as opposed to mass. So it turns out even though we used equals mc squared, this is burning coal and burning gas and burning wood is actually still equals mc squared. The problem is that you would never know this because the relative change in the mass is incredibly small. By the way, which comes back to fusion, which is that E equals mc squared. Okay, so what does this mean? It tells you that the amount of energy that is liberated in a particular reaction when you change mass has to, because c squared, because that's the speed of light squared,
It's a large number.
it's a very large number, and it's totally constant everywhere in the universe, which is
Another weird thing.
Which is another weird thing, and then all rest frames. Actually, the relativity stuff gets more difficult conceptually, but we have to get through. Anyway, so you go to that, and what that tells you is that it's the relative change in the mass will tell you about the relative amount of energy that's liberated. And this is what makes fusion, and you asked about fission as well too, this is what makes them extraordinary, is because the relative change in the mass is very large as compared to what you can and that the hard one, because that is a fundamental of nature. Like, you can't beat that. So whatever you do, if you're thinking about, and why do I care about this? Well, because mass is like the fuel. Right? So this means gathering the resources that it takes to gather a fuel, to hold it together, to deal with it, the environmental impact it would have. And fusion will always have 20 million times the amount of energy that you can. This is why we consider that our American friends.
Element is supplied, no production of greenhouse gases, little radioactive waste produced, allegedly. Can you sort of elaborate why it's cheap? You say?
I'll start with the easiest one, cheap. It is not cheap yet, because it hasn't been made. Yes,
But yes, not yet.
But
we'll talk about
actually, we'll come back to that, because this is cheap, or a more technically correct term, that it's economically interesting, is really the primary challenge, actually.
Dang, dude. I forgot I was streaming. Just turn it on. Just let it be. I'm gonna take off the old tips thing, because how much tips did I give, dude? Not really. Alright. Peace. Don't forget to exercise. Unless you've been doing it a lot, then don't forget to rest. Alright, peace.